Hey band leaders, I just want to take a minute to show you our new process that we're using for you to be able to trigger all of the tracks and clicks as the band leader for the set. So, we've always done it where the drummer triggers all of those, but we're trying out a new system where the band leader, depending on, or regardless of what instrument they are on for that week, will be the one now triggering all clicks, tracks, and everything like that with a foot switch, or if you are the keyboard player, with a little MIDI pad controller. And so this video will be walking you through how to control the foot switch. So let's go ahead and get into that. Alright, so this is the foot switch that you will be controlling as the band leader, and it's basically broken up. I like to think of it as where this one is actually the main pedal that I will be using, and this one is in case we need to change something kind of on the fly. That's the purpose of this controller. So the main one that you will be using is this this blue one. So we'll have songs 1, 2, and 3 set to these switches right here. 1, 2, and 3, of course. And then these buttons over here on this one are the are as labeled. So if I want to start the session and then stop it, I press the top one right there that says stop. And then to go to another bank on this one, next, or go back, previous, etc. So this should be pretty straightforward, but for song 1, what you'll do is you'll hit the selection, or hit that marker, and we're using Ableton, so this will bring it to the beginning of song 1, and then you'll go ahead and hit the space bar on that, and that will start the session.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So that starts the first song. And then if I want to stop that, I just hit the stop. And then, so all the tracks will play through as is. So let me go ahead and start that number 1 again.
1, 2.
So this is number 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then from this past Sunday, our worship leader wanted to say something before song 2. So what I did is I set it up to where, again, if I hit the stop, that will stop it. But then if I hit number 2, that will also start it. So that way you only have to hit the space bar to start the track at the beginning of the whole session. So song number 1. If for some reason it doesn't work when you hit like number 2, like if it doesn't start the click or whatever, that's okay. Go ahead and just hit the space bar. But you shouldn't have to. And then this one, we let song 2 play through. That one was just a click. And then song 3, I'll go ahead and trigger that.
1,
So this is song number 3.
intro, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So that should be all of the main controls that you really need to use. So now let me go ahead and walk you through what to use, or how to use this if you are using it for something on the fly. So we'll go ahead and go with song number 1.
1, 2.
Okay, so we can hear that.
2, 3, 4.
And so actually, let me first explain, sorry. I have, for each song, there will be 3 banks of buttons that you can do. So for song 1, you can see I have banks 3, 4, and 5 labeled there. And then those are color-coded to the different arrangement markers in our session, as well as with what's here on the controller. So if I'm on bank 3, then I will follow all of the blue section markers. So like bank 3, this top left one would be the intro. And then this one would be the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and then the intro, etc. You get the idea. And then if I go to bank number 4, then that would be all of the red ones, and bank number 5, all of the green ones. And then if I go to bank number 6, then I'm on the second song that I'm using a track for. So again, from this past Sunday, song 1 used a track, song 2 did not, and song 3 did. So this would be for song 3. So let's go ahead and listen to that. I'll go start it like that. All right, here we go. This is the beginning of song 3.
2.
Here we go, intro.
2, 3, 4.
Okay, and there's song number 3. And so this would be, maybe we want to do that intro again, so let's go ahead and
Intro.
3, 4, and it will loop that over. So that's what the function and purpose of this is. I don't need to play each section and trigger that from this. But if for some reason we are doing like kind of on the fly changes, I anticipate that will mainly be the worship leader wants to do an instrumental or a chorus again. It's not often they want to do a verse, but I do have that mapped to be ready for that. So what's cool about Ableton is you just let the measure that is currently being played continue through, and then it will go to wherever you're at in that measure. Once you reach the end of that measure, it will go to the next section that you're triggering. So that's why I kind of wait until just after beat 1 to repeat that intro. Let me demonstrate that one more time. So this is song 3.
1, 2.
So we'll let the intro play through.
Intro. 2, 3, 4.
So I want to wait until just after beat 1 of the measure that I want to play through before I start over.
Intro.
Cool, that worked perfectly. Now if I go right on beat 1, it will jump before that measure is played, so you do have to time it pretty precisely.
Intro.
I guess I was a little late actually, but you understand the concept. If I were to go right on beat 1, then it would jump to, it wouldn't play out the measure that it's trying to finish, and that would affect the timing of what the band is playing. Now you could come out of that and just hit that button one more time, and then that would be in the right spot, but to avoid that, you just want to make sure you hit the timing. I also have the guide set to where when I tap like the intro, it will say that, so the guide cues can be spontaneous as well as all of the other stuff. Excuse me, the guide cues can be spontaneous, and then the guide will also be kind of its set way. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this is helpful for you. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'll be doing another video with the MIDI pad controller. So thanks again.